Good morning, Miss V. How are you today? I would like to share with you something that's quick, simple, easy, fun, and very unique. And I also want you to surprise your family with it or friends. It's called a Dutch baby. It's a German pancake, and you can stuff it with sweet or savory. Sweet being like bananas Foster, apples, savory being fried eggs with some cheese and some ham and some herbs of some sort, maybe cilantro or something. So, Dutch baby, it's a German pancake. But what I like about it is you don't have to labor over the stove making each pancake individually. This is quick, this is easy, and it's so much fun. So let's get going and let me show you how quick it is. I'm using a blender, and if you don't have a blender, don't worry about it. You could just do this right in the bowl. So if you're doing it in the bowl, what I want you to do is add 1.5 cups of milk, and you can use almond milk if you don't want to use milk, and 6 eggs. All right, I always do them separate in a bowl first, just in case you get any shells. So that's my recommendation. Now we're just going to go zip, 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 zip. Here we go. Oh my gosh, so fast. And you know how I learned this blender idea? I learned this when I was making flan with the Hispanics. They taught me to use a blender, and boy, it's quick and it's easy. So let's get going. I've got 1.25 cups of flour. Notice I used a dry measuring cup for that. I have got 3 tablespoons of salt. I like this because it's not real sweet. And 1/4 teaspoon, 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, this is when the recipe really zips it up. And you don't have to do this, but this is a microplane. Okay? It's like a grater, any sort. This is lemon zesting. Okay? Let me show you how to do it. Take your grater, put it over, and just lightly, don't press too hard. You guys are big and strong. You don't want that white. That white is the pith. The pith is very, very bitter. Okay, and I just bang that down. And I have a friend over today, and I'm making her breakfast today. You can see I've got tea all made. I've got my teapot all filled up. So it's very welcoming when you walk in. And now I'm just going to whip this up and put it in the oven, and we're going to share that. So I would like if you can get 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. Zest has all the oils and the fragrance. It's just going to rock this dish. Another thing, another secret, okay? If you're going to use ingredients, always use the best. This is nutmeg. I used to live in the islands, okay? This I would just, it has mace around it, which is another spice. Looks like a spider webby thing, but this is fresh nutmeg. And the jarred nutmeg has been sitting there for maybe 1, 2, 3 years. I don't know. You don't know. But I tell you, when we go like this on my microplane, my zester, I am adding nutmeg that is going to actually just jump right in the air. Very fragrant. And there it is. There's nothing like fresh nutmeg. Use this on top of hot chocolate. Use fresh nutmeg on eggnog. Oh, that's the very, very best. It's the holiday season, so we're done. That's it. I'm just going to whip this up. It'll just take a minute, and put it on high. And check on that batter. I'm going to check my sides for any flour with my rubber spatula. And I do see that I need to go in here. Go around those sides. You don't want any lumps in this batter. No lumps. There we go. So you always have to have your spatula around. Spatula. I'm going to show that to you again. Part of your mise en place. Part of your mise en place, class. That's it. All right. We are all set. We're going to pour that in a pan. I have in front of me, those are milk solids. I melted butter. I used salted butter. It was okay. And I'm going to very simply just dump this into the pan. And look at that nice batter. Wow. Cold pan. Well, it doesn't have to be real cold. We just melted the butter, so it's not. Take that, pour that in. And I'm going to place this at 375 degrees. I'm starting in a cold oven, which is weird, and I'll tell you why later, okay? It's weird to me. So I'm going to take this and pop it right in the oven. And now I'll turn it up to 375. Weird, okay, I know. All right. All set, and I'll be back. I can't wait to share this with a very good friend. Aren't I blessed? Ciao. All right, it's been, let's see, we have 18 more minutes left. So at this point, I'm going to allow you to peek one time to spin your pan around, okay? So here I go. I put my Dutch baby in a 375 degree cold oven. I've not done this before. I can't believe it's gonna work. Well, I know it's going to work, but I just can't wait to see it happen. Always hot oven. Never have I done this before, so let's peek. And spin your pan, okay? Oh, okay. It definitely needs to be spun. That way all the sides will cook evenly. Okay. And there we go. All set. She's spun. And let's get going with the sauce. I have this great idea. Apples. Apples are all around us. Okay, let's go. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons, or actually just 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to take some brown sugar and a little bit of water, like 1/4 of a cup. We're going to add a little bit of cinnamon, and this is our sauce, okay? Now, what kind of sauce are you going to put on your Dutch baby? Listen, between you and me, you know what sounds good to me? Very simply, just some powdered sugar and some maple syrup. That's really all you really need. So, Dutch baby, German pancake, and we are going to make a sauce. These are apples, and I just diced them up, peeled them, cored them, and we are going to heat this up, and I'm going to put a lid on it and simmer it just for 5 minutes. So I want you to stir the sugar. I'm eating an apple and it tastes good. Sorry about that. I'm hungry. I can't wait. Like I said, I've got a friend over and we're going to share this together, but I just wanted you to have an idea. You can do bananas instead of apples with this if you prefer, like a bananas foster idea. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. Does it have to be an apple? No, it does not have to be an apple, okay? So whatever fruit you got, mango, pineapple. Oh my gosh, I just want to make this every day of the week. So there we go, we got that up to a boil. I'm going to add my apples. And remember, recipes are guidelines. Work from your heart, what you have in your fridge, okay? Use leftovers. And if you don't have anything, just use like a raspberry jam on top. But I would also like to talk to you about savory. Savory, something savory would be like cheese, using just cheese and herbs and different meats. So I am up at a boil. Perfect. And let's put a lid on that. 5 minutes. Ooh, but before you put your lid on, let's bring it down to a simmer. Here we go. Otherwise it would just reduce away. So there you go. And that's just going to get those apples tender. Nice and tender. And then we'll remove the lid and reduce the liquid down because all the liquids are going to come out. Your apple will be cooked, but not mushy. And that's what I like about this. This sauce right here, I don't want applesauce. I just want us to be able to bite into it. So that is almost done. This we'll be back to. And, yep, we're at a nice simmer. Slow bubble. Nice simmer. I'm going to turn that down a little even more. Okay. Hello, students. How are you? I'm so excited about this Dutch baby. It's ready. I just looked in the oven. It just blew up and it's brown and it's just popped like I've never seen before. This recipe worked. Yes, in a cold oven will work, but we're going to look and see if it's got a custardy style, not so dried out base. My sauce is ready, and here we go. I've got the apples, and I just reduced them down. Wait, and I have my friend, we call her Mrs. D. She's a retired teacher. She's my guest today. So, Mrs. D, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Woohoo! I know, I'm excited. Wow. I am so proud of this, Miss D. I am so proud. This is a Dutch baby like I've never seen. Look at how it came up the sides. Now, if you want, you could just take this and cover it with powdered sugar and put a trivet underneath. And pop this right on top. Now, it's going to go down. So you can serve at the table some maple syrup. And this is a real maple syrup. And please, don't forget your apple topping. This is so much fun. I wonder if I can get it out of here. Let's see if we can get it out of here.
It is a
Let's
baby.
try another.
Be gentle, it's a baby.
Okay, so this is a German-style pancake, and we didn't have to stand at the stove laboring pancake after pancake and burning some and whatever. This is Dutch style, German style. It isn't me. I want you to try to do this for somebody you love. Fabulous. Just fabulous. I'm going to cut my friend up. Mrs. D, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go, Mrs. D. Okay, it should have still a very custardy type center. And let's see. Oops, it went down on the ground. Let's forget about that one. I'm sorry, Mrs. D, but look at that. A very, very
the
custardy.
custard. Look at inside.
So excited. Let me show them.
Oh,
It's just like they said it would be. It's not so dry. So let me just tap Mrs. D's with a little bit of this. Well, I'm making a mess, but I'm just so excited about this. And there we go. Mrs. D, I'm sorry I spilled a little there. And what I would like to say to you is bon appetit in French. We've got to learn how to say it in German, okay? Have a good meal. Bon appetit. Enjoy.
Thank you, I will. Look at this.
Okay. And don't forget your tea. I've got a nice pot of tea that I made for Mrs. D. And I'm Mrs. V, and this is Dutch Baby, and thanks for joining me today. Love you, students. Bye.